This is Dying Light. We're on Xbox Series X taking a look at this game that did never actually end up getting any sort of enhancement. So with that, we're getting like 1536 by 1080 at 30 FPS. It does have the benefit of Auto HDR, which, I guess adds a bit to it. At the same time, visually it is quite rough looking. It definitely looks like an aged title, like quite a bit on the platform. And with that, I know a lot of people were wanting to see this one in action, so we're kind of doing, I assume, if I recall correctly, the following expansion here. At least that's where I was in single player, but I was like, you know what, we should do some sort of multiplayer thing, so I hopped in here to join somebody else, and that's generally where our adventure is kind of going. If you're not familiar with Dying Light, it is an open world zombie game with a focus on a parkour type system in regards to the movement and the style of gameplay that you are enjoying. It's basically like a better running version of, Dead Island, I guess you could say, was generally the gist of what most people said about this one and how I kind of felt about it back in the day. So I was mostly here to take a look at the DLC, because I was reviewing it, back when it launched, and I thought it was kind of standalone, but that was not the case, so I actually had to get the full game from the PR version in order to cover the DLC, and yeah, they weren't too thrilled about that, because, I should have been paying attention initially, but I thought it was like some sort of, extra thing. Anyways, definitely an interesting game. Use a balance of melee weapons. Mine are all broken. I should really just use my guns, but I think looking at the melee combat looks kind of cooler than me just like mowing down zombies with guns, but totally up to you in regards to how I'm supposed to be playing the game, I guess, is the main thing here. But we're mostly just kind of taking a look at it and seeing how it's running, which obviously is smooth. It's a 30 FPS target. It's really not going to be the biggest deal in the world to, kind of see here. That's for sure. It's definitely an interesting kind of game, and I hope people weren't necessarily expecting to see the city in this one, since we are jumping in here into like the more open country area, which is what the following type DLC was like. It's just a lot more of an open world type thing. But it was pretty cool because, I got to jump in here. I think I played it with a friend. I think they were working through it together, which was kind of cool. Yeah, it's just kind of a neat, different kind of zombie type game. And it does kind of have neat aesthetics to it. And it's definitely different. You can have like quite a few people sort of running through it together if you'd like. It actually is focused on being like cooperatively, kind of offering. And then there's lots of different DLC. They actually supported this one for a very long time, which is why it was weird to me that I actually had to... Freaks of Nature, okay. It was very weird to me that they didn't do any sort of, like, enhancement to this one. Why are we still waiting for players? What is going on here? There we go. That's weird. Yeah, definitely an interesting kind of game. I want some kind of melee thing. Where are they running off to? Are they all the way over there? They just kind of leave me behind. It kind of hurts my feelings. But yeah, it was definitely a different kind of zombie game. And I know a lot of people really did quite enjoy what this had to offer. I mean, it's kind of cool, right? Definitely. I think at the time it was actually fairly impressive from a visual standpoint, just in terms of the environment and everything like that. And then also, again, the kind of movement through the environment, I think was like a pretty big deal as well, which was kind of cool. And then, there's also like, I got the sense of where are they going? Is he just like miles away? Yeah, as you can see, there's tons of stuff. He's using a vehicle. You think he would have given me a ride or something. Oh, wow, that's a lot of zombies. And the cool thing is like, the zombies actually feel like threats in this. Like, you're kind of, they're sort of terrifying individually, and then as you get into a horde, it's a bigger problem as well, right? I think that kind of leans into that element too, just in regards to you know, how you're exploring the world and how you're taking it in is the fact that the zombies are actually kind of threats in this, which is kind of fun. But if you know how to deal with zombies, you know you're good to go. And as you can see, pop into lots of zombies there on the pop in. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's a neat sort of change on something that you know kind of went over okay-ish, and they really built it out, and this became a really big title. And then, you know, we look at Dying Light 2, which to me has looked fairly impressive from what I've seen, because I've been to some E3 behind the... Actually, I've been there since it was revealed at E3, seeing it behind the scenes and seeing it running, and I've been fairly impressed by what they've shown thus far. And, you know, it's interesting to see what's going on with that one, considering, you know, the fact that they have had so much development issues getting that one off the ground. So you have to wonder if, you know, kind of what they've been showing still needs some more work. I think this is safer than airdrop stolen. I think this is safer than walking on the ground, that's for sure. Gotta get a hold of the parkour system again. See, that's the thing, it's got like this fancy parkour system, but you actually gotta know how to move through it properly, otherwise you're not really doing much successfully with it. Can I actually jump over this? Whoop. See, that's kind of cool. I think that was the big part of the city landscape, though, in the game, was the fact that you are able to, like, move through all of these areas in order to, you know, do all these different things. Where is this car at? Oh, it's over that way? Okay, let's go over there, I guess. But, you know, that's the gist of it, is you're in the city usually, because this is out here in the country area, you know, it's a completely different sort of experience. And you're basically moving through the environment in many different ways and trying to go into different places. And then the DLC, the fun part of it is the fact that you're thrown out into this more open type environment, and you gotta kind of make do with it, right? This is the survivor camp. I think this is actually the base of operations in it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's a survivor over there. Our guy's all the way over there. Jeez, I should get a vehicle and head over there. It was just a survivor was over here. But yeah, you do all these different quests, and you have different missions and different goals, and then there's like a night system where things get a little bit more dangerous. That's for sure. It's definitely a neat thing, because it kind of tracks you surviving the night, which was fun. Definitely a different element of play, that's for sure. And then you leave the safe zone, and it becomes a little nightmarish, but hopefully we can get one of our cool rides. Oh yeah, I think this was a big thing of the DLC too, was like these cool vehicles. Oh, I forgot about the gas system. I don't really want to wreck this guy's gas or take his vehicle too far out of this. Yeah, this is a big area. Okay. That's for sure. So I think at this point, it might be better to try to A, find maybe a different lobby, or B, do some single player so I can show different parts of the overall experience. And there's too many zombies. Ah! I am a coward. What can I say? Haha. Bye, zombies. Hello there. Well, this is actually kind of a cool spot that I ended up with, so I thought I would just quickly show this off. I spawned in a cave area, and then there's like this big sort of location here and a bit of a challenge section. I just thought that was a really cool view of, you know, the different areas and stuff like that. So you just get like a huge viewing of the distance. It's kind of lovely, but at the same time, you know, it's could be more visually impressive considering you know, the era, but I guess this is a bit of an older game at this point, so it's kind of interesting to see. Actually jump down there. Really how, you know, the technology in games has changed so much, even towards the end of the generation, starting from the beginning of it. It's kind of nuts. This is actually like a really cool spot for showing off a little bit of, I guess you could say, the parkour almost, to a degree. I don't know if I want to... Okay, yeah. This is where we want to go. So you get a little bit of an idea of the traversal in this one, how you gotta move around certain areas And think about it. Yeah, I remember the parkour challenges being kind of cool and being kind of interesting. Oh, look, there's bodies down there. That's safe, right? Oh, that was pretty cool, right? The fish and stuff. Oh, I feel like the fish were just literally programmed to be present at that time. Oh, those fish. Unbelievable. But that was pretty cool, right? Like, I did like that feeling of it, the tropicalness. And I guess when it released, it was an interesting expansion. You know, I think people were definitely checking it out. And it had a lot of fun, you know, different missions and things you could do and different challenges. It was kind of cool. Yeah, the whole weird striped areas for the agility and that was always interesting and a little bit different. Certainly unique. And then you get out here, you're more into the town area. I guess that's a tower, right? Yeah, okay. More zombies, more of the undead. More bad things out there in the wilderness. Things you don't want to deal with. Death to find. Definitely an interesting time, that's for sure. So here's the regular slums, I guess they call it, kind of area of the game. This should be right near the start, you know, save-wise. I completed the prologue and co-op modes now available. What is going on? I was trying to jump over things and get menus thrown at me. So I thought, you know, we'd better show off a bit of this world so people can see it, get an idea of it. Oh no, zombies. You gotta go talk to Spike. Deal with the hordes. You know, I gotta say, I think the zombie density in this one is actually kind of sort of nuts if you think about it. That's probably why the visuals take a little bit of a kick, as you can see. It's just the zombie density is pretty cool. Definitely a lot of the undead roaming around here, that's for sure. Yes, the big tower over there. I remember doing some opening type things around building climbing. Definitely been a while, that's for sure. But you get these like really neat environments that you get to go around and explore and level up your character in. Oh, definitely cool. And pretty good density for a city as well, right? That's the big thing you gotta consider as well. Okay. Well, that didn't go out as well as I had initially planned there with the big jump, that's for sure. Thought that was going to look really cool onto the bridge. It did not. Broke my knees. It's all cool. But I also love the movement in this. Oh, I actually got to get in here. Just because it kind of gives you like this really free sense of getting around and going through places. It's definitely interesting. And then, yeah, we got our camp thing here talking to people. Hello there. Hey, Spike.
Great. First of all, you did great out there. From now on, if you need something, come see me. To start with, use a UV flare.
Yeah, whatever. Let's skip. Right on. You gotta go report this. Why are you just looking at your gun like that? That's weird. I don't know. Definitely a different kind of zombie game, that's for sure. Oh, we gotta go up here to report. Gonna just like holler across the street. Okay. Yeah, it's just the moving around and stuff like that that really feels cool. And you also feel like you're in the middle of a place. That's the big thing here, right? You're not just, you know, kind of like exploring the small place that feels secluded. You actually feel like you're amidst a large-scale city. You actually feel like you're in some kind of place exploring and taking in the sights and doing stuff, and you got purpose. There's a very low detailed mountain back there. Well, it's time to go team up in the tower. Yeah, and I think that was kind of cool. And also, I feel like I'm also barely just, you know, scratching the surface of it with showcasing what's being presented here. Let's get to the top of the tower. Looks very, very spooky in here, am I right? Almost creepy. Ugh. I thought I was safe in the bottom. Now I feel really safe. I have unspent points, I know. Hold the elevator. Let's take a ride up. That'll look pretty cool, right? With the fallen. Also, the open world is mostly like there's not really a lot of loading in it, which is kind of cool. At least from what I remember. And the loading, you know, super fast. Obviously, now you just kind of get through it pretty quickly. Hello there. So this should actually be a cool spot too, because you could see a little bit more of the sense of scale. See, isn't that kind of impressive? I mean, obviously you're not able to like venture to all the spots, but it's the immersion I think that helps a lot with the feeling that you're in this like big place and everything. Hi guys. And then there's a neat element that there's actually like survivors and all that left too. That's kind of cool. Oh.
Listen, Brecken and a team of runners went after an airdrop last night. He lost the rest of his team to bite.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
There's something.
Yep.
He took
Yep.
the blow.
Yep.
Yes. That's
Yep.
Look, what do you need me to do?
Of course.
His
Thank
mom,
you.
she died.
Oh, and there's some customization too, I guess I should mention. Wow, she's a talker. Mother's Day, okay. Should I track that or go up and talk to more people? I like the sense of scale here too, right? This big building. Can I see the outside a little bit? Here we go. This is what I wanted to present. Big landscape. See, it's just like this crazy mega city where the zombies are just absolutely decimated the location of it. Definitely something of large scale, am I right? You know, all these cool spots, and you go up there and you can see new things and go travel through these like broken places. I think they did a neat job with this one. It's definitely a very different sort of game, and then you can play it with others, which is also fun, right? So you gotta see that balance there for quality and visuals and exploration and meeting with others. I think they put together a pretty neat zombie game where you're able to really... Oh, there's somebody up here. Hello. You're really able to, you know, traverse it how you want and meet with other people and do missions and do the quests and the side activities. You know, it just offers a lot that you can engage with and a lot of different things you can do along the way, which is kind of neat. Definitely a cool title, Ride the Elevator Down. I don't know, I think we showed off a good amount of Dying Light so people get an idea of how it's looking and everything like this, and maybe a little bit of what it offers. Even though we haven't necessarily shown off a lot of stuff, we saw zombies, we showed a little bit of the DLC, a little bit of the scale of the world, how you move through it. I think that about covers the basis of what this one is, and yeah, I think we had some fun with it along the way too as well. What is this guy? What are you looking at? What are you waiting for? Are you watching somebody down there? Like, what's going on that you need to be looking there? That's weird. Anyways.